Research is absolutely everything when it comes to advertising. If you're not doing deep market research, you're just guessing, right? You don't know what to say. You don't know what to show to your target audience. You might not even know who your target audience is. So you're leaving finding winning ads to chance. Now, sometimes you get lucky. Everyone gets lucky sometimes, but luck is not a strategy. We're not in the business of luck. We're in the business of predictably finding winning ads. The real marketers, the ones at 8, 9, 10 figure brands, the biggest brands in the world, they always do deep research before any ads get made, because if you want to build a scalable, predictable pipeline, you need to know exactly what your audience cares about. Not think you know, not guess, but actually know for a fact. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do research like a real ad agency. So you can stop guessing, stop relying on luck, and you can start producing a predictable pipeline of winning ads because you know exactly what to say and what to show to your target audience to convert them. I'm also going to share a link to the research template that we use a little later in the video so you can download it and use it for yourself. Because scaling these days is not just about increasing spend. Creative is targeting. So scaling is about making ads that actually reach new audiences. To actually reach new audiences, you need to tap into new customer personas. The only way to do that is to figure out who you're currently targeting with your ads and then work backwards and find the gaps. So who else can our product benefit? Who else can it appeal to? What would the ads have to say or show to reach this new segment of our customer base? Now, it could be a completely different creator. It could be different pain points, could be different benefits, creative style, who knows? But that is the exact point, who knows? That's why research is more important than ever these days. So James Webb Young, very famous ad man, he wrote an entire book about it. The book is called A Technique for Producing Ideas. Basically, it's about how to do a lot of research, immerse yourself in the brand, the product, the customer, and then you let that info, all that research and information, you let it permeate in your mind until great ideas come to you naturally. Give it a read if you work in advertising or marketing, which I'm guessing you do if you're watching this video. Give it a read. Great book. Now, a very quick example from James Webb Young, an ad that he made that used this research process to find specific customer personas and angles, and then go on to make a winning ad. A very famous example from him. Now, he made ads for Bissell's carpet sweepers. Now, if you're from this generation, a carpet sweeper is a non-electric vacuum. So basically, it's a mechanical item. You roll it on the floor and it cleans the carpet. You're probably not using one of those these days, but anyways, he visited the factory. He saw how these carpet sweepers were made. He noticed that they were very, very quiet. Then he did research. He created the mom customer persona and he came up with the tagline. Because these carpet sweepers were very quiet, he came up with the tagline, cleans without waking the baby. Now, there are many ways that I'm sure you could have sold a carpet sweeper, but saying cleans without waking the baby up is a very specific ad. And that's the exact point of the research, right? That's the goal. It's to identify personas, learn every single thing about them, desires, fears, wants, needs, so you can create ads that speak directly to them. So when they see your ads, they should say, oh my God, wow, that's me. I feel this ad on a deep level. They should feel something, so they're driven to take action. It's also important to remember that your ads, they don't live in a vacuum. They exist in a feed above and below some of the most viral, most engaging content on the internet. So your ads, they're actually fighting with viral content. You are competing with viral content for your customers' attention. You're not only competing with viral content, you're competing with any brand that also targets your customer. So if you sell skincare, you could be competing with Gymshark. Maybe they're targeting your customer. It's very difficult to win this attention game. So you need to say and show the right things to your customer to grab their attention. Now, luckily for you, most of you who watch this will not be working in a traditional ad agency. You will be working in direct response meta ad. So you don't need to do months of research. You just need to do a few hours. That's all you need, especially if you follow the template. I'm going to share a link in a second. It is not complicated at all once you know which research framework to follow. Now I'm going to quickly run you through the research template that we use. I'm not going to show you every single step because this video would be a very long video. But if you download the research template, you'll be able to follow our exact process. So for now, I'll just tell you a few quick high-level things that we do when we do market research. So the first thing that we always do, because we're very often coming in as the agency and we don't know anything about the brand or their products, or, we have no idea. The first thing we do is just read the product page. It sounds so incredibly simple, but you read the product page, you figure out how is this brand positioning their product? What are the benefits? What are the features? What are they saying about it? Just absorb everything you can. Now, as well as reading your own product page, you should read competitor product pages because you can see how they position the product. Are they saying different things? Are they calling out different features? Are they talking about different benefits? You can, just by reading competitor product pages, you might already find some angles or personas that your product, which is similar to your competitors, is not targeting. So you might have some ad ideas already. So read the product pages, right? Then do customer review research. For your own brand, go to your review software, whichever software you're using, you can export your reviews. So export the CSV, upload them to ChatGPT, and extract the insights. What you're looking for when you analyze reviews, you're looking for phrases or angles or features or benefits or pain points. You're looking for the ones that customers mention most, right? You're looking for the ones that they mention most because those are the ones that they feel most strongly about. In my template, I'll give you a prompt that you can use with the CSV to quickly extract the insights. So that'll make it a lot easier. Now, you're also going to analyze competitor reviews for the same reason that you analyze their product pages. You're going to analyze competitor reviews because you might find that their customers are talking about different things. They might mention different features, different benefits, and so on, right? So analyze your competitor reviews. Now, what you can do for competitor reviews is you can copy and paste their reviews from their product page into ChatGPT and just run the same prompt that I'm going to give you. Just run the same prompt, paste a bunch of their reviews into ChatGPT, run the same prompt, extract the insights. You might find some gold nuggets there that you can use to create winning ads. Also, you can go to Amazon. You can find reviews for either your own products or competitors' products, copy them, paste them into ChatGPT, run the same prompt, analyze them. You get the point. Another thing you can do is search Reddit. So you can use Reddit Ask or GigaBrain, and these are essentially just tools that scan and search Reddit and can help you uncover insights. Now, Reddit is very, very often is the best place that we find for market research insights because it's real people talking about their problems, their solutions, their experiences with products. And the best part is they're using natural language. They're just talking. So you can learn exactly what words and what phrases real people are using. We very often get some of our best insights and ideas for ads from Reddit. And again, I'm going to include a prompt for you in the research template to make it super easy for you to go to Reddit Ask or GigaBrain and just plug the prompt in, plug your product in, and you will extract insights. Now you can see the trend with the market research that we do. Basically, anywhere where real people are talking about their experiences, you should go to these places, Reddit, reviews, Amazon, wherever people are talking about their experiences. You can even watch YouTube reviews or go to blogs. Anywhere people are talking about their experiences or their pain points, go there, mine the insights. You can use these insights to create a winning ad, to create ads that speak to specific personas with specific messages. So I've just touched on some very basic research methods in this video. There are a few that we use that I don't see many people talking about, which I'm going to include in the template with very clear instructions, prompts, guides, etc. So you can just follow the template. If you want to download it, go to buyfactor.com/research. So buy-factor.com/research and download the template. Once you've gone through the template, you've gathered all of this information from a variety of sources, from your product page, from customer reviews, from Reddit, from organic social, and the few different methods that you will learn in the template. You're going to pull it all together and you're going to use it to create very clear customer personas. Now, you're going to separate these customer personas out so your ads can target someone very specific. So, for example, if you're selling sunscreen, you wouldn't just say SPF 50 plus because someone might want to prevent dark spots. Another person might be in the sun all day and they just want long-lasting sunscreen, so they only have to apply it once. Maybe another person is worried about the sun causing wrinkles for them. You're selling the same product, right? But these are three very, very different customer personas. They all have different fears, different motivations. They need to see different features and benefits. It could also be the case that these are completely different demographics. So different age, different gender. They could be completely different psychographics. So different desires, interests. You get the point, right? So it's very likely that you will need completely different creative to actually target these individuals. You might need creators who are a different gender or a different age or a different ethnicity or whatever the case is. You might need very specific ads to effectively target each of these three individuals. That's the goal with market research. It's to create data-driven customer personas so you can go on and use the insights to produce creative that targets specific people with a specific message. Because that's what Meta's algorithm rewards these days with creative being targeting. It's scanning your ads, it's reading the words in the ads. It's analyzing the shots in the ads. It's scanning your product page. It's learning everything about your product. And then it's figuring out who needs to see or hear what to actually purchase your product. Then it can show them the relevant ads, but it can only do that if you have ads that would actually convert them. So for example, if you're selling sunscreen and all of your ads are talking about how long lasting the sunscreen is, they are likely not going to speak to the individual who is trying to prevent dark circles. So that's your goal with creative, right? Your goal with creative is to give Meta what it needs to convert all of the possible customer personas that your product could benefit. And that can only be the result of deep research. That can only come from deep research. So you have to do research so you can identify very, very clear customer personas. You know the angles to use in your ads. You know exactly what to say, what to show them, which features to call out, which benefits to call out. You know their fears, so you can show them a exaggerated before state, etc., etc. You get the point. Research is so incredibly important. So if your ads are fatiguing, you're testing a lot of creative, you're not finding any winners, nothing is scaling, you're struggling to come up with ideas, and you want to actually make ads that reach new audiences, break you out of that high frequency rat race where your ads are just repeatedly being shown to the same individual over and over again, then this is the shift you need to make from guessing to knowing, from making noise to actually making ads that scale. So do proper research, download the template, make it yours, use it, and hopefully you can start predictably producing ads that scale and actually reach new audiences.